the class? Okay. So in the interest of the new joiners, I'm just giving you some information on the previous classes. So this course is basically looking at a Java 8, 9, and 11 features. So the prerequisite for this course is to have the core Java knowledge. So you should be able to write a program on the core Java at least. Okay. So once you are having that core Java knowledge, in this course we are looking at Java 8, 9, 10, 11 features. We are not going into the complete details of it now because we already started this demo class. And if anyone is new, after this class, you are going to get a Zoom link, video link where you can watch all the previous videos. Okay. So, and the fee for this course is around 4,000 rupees. And the recordings will be provided to you at the free of cost, and the recording access will be there up to 3 months. And the class timing is every day morning 9 to 10:30 a.m. Duration is within 1 month we are going to complete. So this is at a high level what we have discussed in the first day of the demo class. It's a course content. So now we started with the Java 8 features. So does anyone has any questions on the course content of year timing? Anyone? I hope everyone is aware of it, right? Okay. Now let's continue. So in the first class, second class, we looked at the interface changes. What are all the interface changes that have been made in the Java 8?
Default and static methods we have introduced in Java.
So in the Java 8, default methods and static methods have been introduced. What is the advantage of default method?
It's backward compatibility we are providing. That means we can provide the implementation in the interface itself.
Yeah. So whenever the introduction of default methods will provide the backward compatibility. Backward compatibility means you don't need to change the implementation classes. You just change the interface, and whichever the class you want, you can do the implementation, or you can override the default method, right? So what is the signature to access the default method?
Interface name dot super dot default method name.
Yeah. So that's right. Interface name dot super dot default method name. Can I override the default method?
Yes, you can.
And we can override it. And whenever we override it, how to call the default method?
We need to create
overridden class.
Yeah, we need to create the object, and then with that we can call it.
So can I access the overridden method and the interface method at a time? I mean, I have a
yes.
Yes. Both the things.
Yes, we can.
If you are creating an object of a child class, by calling the method name, it will call the overridden method.
Yes.
By calling the interface name dot super dot default method name will call the default method present in the interface.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then we also discussed about static methods. So can I write the static method?
Yeah, we can write it in interface, but we cannot override it in the implementation class.
So first of all, static method overriding is not possible. It doesn't matter whether it's an interface or class. You cannot override the static method. The reason for that is static methods are related to a class, not for a object, right? So whenever you write the same, you have a parent and child relationship, like an inheritance. So whenever you have the same method in the parent, it can be an interface or a class. And in the same method, say with the same parameters is defined in the child class, which with a keyword called static, then that is not called as a overriding. It is called as a redefining. Okay. It is called as a redefining. So that's the reason whatever the static method that we write in the interface, we cannot override it. So we cannot override the static method written in the interface. Even if you write the same method in the implementation class, that is not called as a overriding. It is called as a redefining. Okay. Now, can someone tell me how to access the static method present in a class?
Class name dot
Method name, right? So here, this is a add method present in the example1 class. In order to access this, I can access using the example1 object or example1 class or example reference variable, correct? There are three ways. See, example1 dot class, this is accessing using class name. Can someone tell me whether will this give me null pointer exception? E2 dot null. Will it give, E2 dot add. Will it give null pointer exception or will it execute?
It will execute.
It will execute.
Why not the null pointer exception? Because I have in the line number 19, I have defined it as null.
Because you are using internally it is using the type class type, because all memory already provided.
So it is not that reason. So whenever in line number 92, though you are saying that E2 equal to null, in line number 20, these have been evaluated at compile time itself, correct? Because the add method is a static. Static methods, when the static methods will be loaded during the compile class loading itself, right? So that's the reason. So you can call the static method with a class name or with an object like e1.add also. Can I do? Yes, we can add, we can call. So it does not mean that this add method is a instance method. That means in a class, if you have a static method, you can access that static method using a class name or reference variable, correct?
Yes.
This even is an object, you can call it as an object or you can call it as a reference variable. So this is how we can access the static method of a class. Similarly, whenever we have a static method present in an interface, how can we access the static method present in an interface?
Interface name dot static method name.
So if I want to access the interface in this interface, I have a add method which is a static. If I want to access it, the way I can access is interface name. Interface name is test. Interface name dot static method name. Interface name dot static method name. That is how I can access it. Look at line number 16. Interface name is test and add is a static method. So can someone tell me the usage of what is the usage of having the static methods in an interface? What is the advantage?
So that they provide utility.
Yeah. So the static methods provide the utility methods. That means you can take an example of collection interface and collections class. Collection is an interface present before 1.8 itself, in which you cannot write non-abstract methods. Whenever you cannot write non-abstract methods, what happens? If you want to, like, if I want to execute, if I want to make the array list as a synchronized, so you have to create a synchronized list method where that method is present in the collections class. So you cannot write non-abstract method in the interface. So that's the reason they created a class, separate class. But now with the introduction of static methods in the interface, you don't need to create a separate class. You are reducing the number of classes, like instances, right? So directly you can access the interface static method. So you can write, so with the introduction of the static methods in the interface, you can write the utility methods, null checks, etc. in the interface. That is the advantage of having the static methods in the interface. So this is what we have discussed in the first class. Now later we started discussing about the lambda expression, correct? Can someone tell me what is a lambda? Or what is a lambda expression?
Lambda expression will call the functional interfaces of static methods.
Okay.
Enables functional programming.
Lambda enables the functional programming. So I can also say that lambda is nothing but a lambda corresponds to a interface.
Interface.
So I think all of you guys are present in the last class where we are discussing about the lambda expression, right? Do we
Yes.
have anyone who has not part of the lambda expression? Do we have anyone who did not heard about lambda expression in the last class? Yeah, Harsh. So okay, fine. Let's so some of them are not part of the lambda. So let us discuss quickly how to write a lambda and what is a lambda expression. Okay. And then we will go on to the advantages of lambda expression. So let us create one interface. Here you can see so in interface, till now, whatever we know, in Java 8 interface, we can write any number of abstract methods, any number of default methods, any number of static methods. Is that statement right, guys?
Yes.
So interface is something which can have any number of abstract method, any number of default, any number of static. Now let us try to write what is a lambda. So lambda expression is nothing but lambda corresponds to an interface, specifically abstract method present in an interface. You just need to remember this statement. Let me write the statement over here. Lambda corresponds to an interface. And specifically abstract method present in interface. Okay. Now this is a statement that holds suitable for lambda. Now let us understand how do you do. So before lambda expression, if you have an interface, how do you make use of this interface?
Can implement the class.
If we implement this class and we have to create an object for the particular class.
First, for example, here example one is a class. So here, if you want to make use of this, you have to example one implements test, and then you have to override the display method, and then create a object for example one class, and then call the display method. That is how you use it. So that is what we are using before 1.8. Now from the 1.8, if there is an interface which has an abstract method, you can write a lambda expression. Okay. So this is how I'm telling like lambda corresponds to an interface. Now let us try to write some lambda expressions. Okay. Now before that, so what does this mean? Line number 22.
Assigning a value to some variable.
So it is nothing but a variable declaration, correct? Here, this x is a variable which is holding the value as Karthik. And what type of x is it is? It is a string. Now, similarly, if I do int I equal to 10, now I can say that I is a variable which is holding the value as 10, and it is a type of int. Correct? So similarly, whenever you are writing a lambda expression, you can write for an interface. So you cannot write a lambda expression for a class. You cannot write a lambda expression for a method. You can write a lambda expression for an interface, and specifically that compiler will look at the abstract method present in an interface. Okay, now, see, I'm directly telling that I can write a lambda expression for an interface. So in this example, can I say that this test is my interface?
Yes.
So in a project, we can, in a project, we can have any number of interfaces. So I need to tell, here you have multiple data types, like string, int, boolean, byte, everything. So whenever you are declaring a variable, is it mandatory to provide the data type or not?
Yes.
Because there are multiple choices, you have to tell what kind of a data type you are using. Similarly, there may be n number of interfaces. For which interface you are writing a lambda, you need to tell. So that's the reason we have to. So this is how. So whenever you are implementing this interface in the any class, for example, if I want to implement this interface in example one class, how do I do? Implements test.
Yes.
And then I will override the display method, correct?
Yes.
So whenever I override, so let me write one system.out statement. I can write any number of lines of logic, but for time being, I am writing. So this is how you write the logic. That means, can I say that this is what you wanted to, whenever you create an object and call this method, this is the operation that you want to perform? Agree?
Yes, we need to perform that.
Yeah. So basically I request Harsh and Harish and Atul. I think you are not part of the previous lambda session class. So please, whoever is not part of the lambda expression class, please do the concentration mode. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, since this display, so now I am overriding. That means, can I say that whenever I am overriding, this is the functionality I am providing. So no, whenever I am writing the lambda expression, so I can write a lambda expression for an interface. So that's the reason. If it is a string variable, I have mentioned. Now, which interface I am writing? Test T. So test T. Okay. Now, lambda expression corresponds to interface, specifically abstract method. What is the abstract method in the test interface? Display.
Display.
Now, what is the implementation that display method I want to write? This is how the implementation I want to write. Okay. Now, so this is this we can call it as a lambda expression, but it requires furthermore simplification. So now, whenever the statement is present, so we don't need to mention the method name, return type, access modifier. The reason for that is this is how the compiler will understand. So here in this interface, you have one abstract method. Automatically, whether you provide the method name or don't provide the method name, compiler will directly look at, yeah, this is a Karthik has written a code and this test is an interface. Yes, it will go to this method and it will look at how many arguments this method is taking. And automatically, you don't need to supply the method name. Automatically, it will look at the, as per the definition of lambda expression, it is telling that it corresponds to an abstract method in the interface. So there is one abstract method only. We'll come to the topic of multiple abstract methods little later, but there is one abstract method only. Directly, the compiler will look at this. So that's the reason we don't need to provide the method name, return type, and then this one, because it will, by looking at the method in the interface, it will identify it. What is the return type, what is the method name, etc. So I don't need to provide anything. So does this display method is taking any arguments?
Not taking any arguments.
Okay, and whenever you are implementing it, you are overriding. At that time also, do you provide any arguments?
No.
No. So similarly, here whenever I am writing, it should not take any argument, correct? Now this is a arguments. Now can I say that whatever is written in this curly brace is nothing but an implementation?
Yes.
So this is the arguments and this is the implementation. Between these two sections, you just need to write one arrow mark. This itself is nothing but a lambda expression. And every statement in Java ends with a semicolon. Let's put a semicolon here. Now this is a lambda expression. So whenever you say lambda expression, that means, can I say that this lambda expression is holding what the display method is doing? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So this now here, this test t equals to what is the lambda expression name t, correct? Here, whenever I'm creating a variable, can I keep the variable name anything? This is also valid, correct?
Yes.
This is also valid. Any variable name I can put. Similarly, whenever you're creating a lambda expression, you can put instead of t, you can put anything. You can put your name Karthik, Harish, Aditya, anything you can put, but it should be a meaningful name generally. So this t is called as a lambda expression. Now, can I say that I have provided the implementation?
Yes.
We provided the implementation.
So this, whatever the writing a lambda expression is similar to overriding the interface and providing the implementation. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, so once this is done, if you want to call this method, what do? You create an example one object and then call the display method, correct? Then only this logic will be executed. Yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
So now similarly, here I have written a lambda expression. So now I want to call this lambda expression. When this lambda expression gets executed? Now this lambda expression t dot, what is a method? Abstract method display. Whenever you see, because you have written this is the implementation of display method only. You are not providing the method name, but automatically compiler will understand because of this statement. Okay. So now t dot display, when I call t dot display, automatically this will be executed, correct? Okay, now let's see the output. Okay, somewhere already t is present. Let me put it t1. It is telling t is already present. T1. Okay, let us run the program. See, display overridden using lambda. So that means whenever I call this method, am I implementing the interface now here?
No.
Am I overriding the display method separately?
No.
Separate will not.
So how am I calling? Using the lambda expression. So this is how you need to write a lambda expression. Now, for example, you understand that, sir, this method is taking one argument, int x. Now, whenever you are writing a lambda, you need to provide that argument here. You can here, you can write int x also or int y. That means you can write the data type followed by the variable name. But this weighted type is also not needed, because why are you not writing the method name here?
Since
When-
it is having only one abstract method, it will understand.
Yeah, automatically compiler will understand by looking at the signature, correct? So by looking at the signature, can it also understand that it is taking an int argument?
Yes.
So do I need to provide the separately int? If I want, I can provide, but it's not mandatory, correct? So like this, if you put this one, what is this y? In order to understand this y, what compiler will do, it will go to this abstract method and it will check, yes, display method is a abstract method which is taking a integer argument. So let us save this. Let us come back here. So here y, and let me call this 10. Let me write this again. It is taking one argument. You can write x anything or you can write differently. Yeah, sorry, here the x is already present above. Let me put some c. Okay. Here now let us put a semicolon here. Done. So here now when I call this method, my lambda expression is taking an argument or not? Yes, taking. So value of c is 10. So this is how we need to write a lambda. Okay, lambda corresponds to an interface and specifically abstract method present in an interface. Does the new guys any doubts how to write a lambda?
No, Karthik.
Hope you understand.
Yes.
Now the question comes again. Now here, whenever we are writing a if condition is true, you will execute some statement. If the condition is false, you will execute some other statement, right? Now, here if there is a one-liner in the if block, I can write one-liner. Here if it is only one-liner, can I write is the curly brace mandatory?
No.
No.
Right? So that means here, can I write, if I am writing like this, the curly brace is not mandatory, correct? So that means if I am trying to execute one-liner, then the curly brace is not mandatory, correct? So similarly here, how many in this lambda expression, how many lines of code I'm writing inside this implementation?
Single.
Only one line. So can
One.
I can remove this curly brace. So this itself is a lambda expression. If you have more than one line, then you need to go for a curly brace. If it is a single line, you don't need that curly brace. It is as simple as that, writing a if else condition. So this is about how to write a lambda expression. Now the question comes again, sir, I have one more abstract method. We have one more abstract method in the lambda expression, correct? Now here, let me create one more abstract method. You can put any name. I have added another abstract method and then save it. Now, in an interface, can you have more than one abstract method?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we can have.
add.
There is no
Yes, we
issue.
can.
So correct. There is no impact. It is right. So you are
But while
writing.
implementing the lambda, it will show the compilation.
Yeah. So whenever you are implementing a lambda, it is showing the compilation error. The reason for this is, so as per this statement, lambda corresponds to interface. That is fine. Specifically abstract method present in an interface. Now in the interface, I have two abstract methods, which how does the compiler know that you are writing a lambda for display method or write add method? Because whenever you're writing a lambda, are you mentioning any method name?
No.
That means, can I say that compiler is having the ambiguity?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So that's the reason if you are in the interface, if you are having multiple abstract method, you cannot write a lambda. Okay, now the question comes here, if this is a project, for example, I have written this test is an interface that I have written. Okay, now I don't want, if I am writing a lambda for this, I don't want anyone to write more than one abstract method. Agree? If they are writing here, they do not know whether they have used a lambda or not. They just simply come here and then write a abstract method, because in this abstract, whenever you are implementing an abstract method here, you're not getting any compilation error, and they don't even look at my lambda expression, correct? Because they don't know whether that I am using a lambda expression. So they can simply write it. So now I don't want anyone to write more than one abstract method for this test interface, because for this test interface, I am writing a lambda expression. Whenever I'm writing a lambda expression, the mandatory is it should have only one abstract method. So I should not allow anyone to write an abstract method. Assume that this is the abstract method written by Harish. But whenever Harish is writing, I should not allow that. So in order to not to allow more than one abstract method, we have to annotate the interface with @functional interface. So we have one annotation called @functional interface. What does it mean? Whenever, see, look at here, whenever I put this annotation, immediately am I getting a compilation error or not?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that means if Harish is trying to write this abstract method, will he be able to write?
No, we can't.
So what does it mean? Whenever I am writing whenever I am annotating a interface, @functional interface means there may be a possibility that I have written a lambda expression, correct?
Yeah.
That means I should not anyone to add more than one abstract method, because it will violate my lambda expression. So I should not allow anyone to add more than one abstract method. So what is a functional interface? A functional interface is something in which we have only one abstract method, and we can have any number of default methods and any number of static methods. What is the difference between an interface and a functional interface?
Functional interface will allow only one abstract method, whereas interface will allow a number of abstract methods. Default
Yeah.
will be abstract methods.
In both, in the interface and in the functional interface, you can have any number of default methods, any number of static methods. Only the difference is in the functional interface, you can have only one abstract method, because functional interface is something for which you will write the lambda expression. Whenever you're writing a lambda expression, there should be only one abstract method should be present. An interface is something which can have any number of abstract methods. Okay, so this is how we can write a lambda, and then whenever you're writing a lambda, that interface should be annotated with @functional interface. Any question, guys? The new guys? Yes, Melvin. Sam, functional interface is nothing but a SAM. SAM is nothing but a single abstract method interface. Harish, hope you understand. Atul, Harish.
Yes, yes, Karthik.
Now let's
Hello.
continue.
Shall I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
This test T1 is mentioned because we have not written implement test. Is it that?
I could not understand what you're asking.
Here, while writing the lambda expression, we have written test T1 equal to and the lambda expression.
Yes, yes.
So test T1 is written because of this method is interface method.
Yes. So because you can write a lambda expression for an interface, correct? Now
Correct.
see here, this is a lambda expression. But this lambda expression is for what interface and what abstract method, correct?
Correct.
So it belongs to this test. So by mentioning this one, see here, I can have test interface. Let me create one more interface also. Okay. If I am creating one more interface, how many interfaces now I have?
Two
interfaces. If I am writing only this lambda expression, right side one, how does the compiler know that this is a test interface lambda expression or test2 interface? Correct?
Correct.
So here, whenever you have, see, we have multiple data types, right? String int. Whenever I say x equal to Karthik, how does the compiler know that it's a string? By using this data type. Similarly, how does the compiler will know that it's a lambda expression for some specific interface? By looking at this one.
Oh, understood. If we have more than one interface, functional interfaces, that
you can write multiple. Each interface,
yes.
you can write multiple lambda.
Now I understood, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions, anyone? I hope no questions. Let's continue. Now the thing is, whenever we have this lambda expression like this, so we in project, if I want to use it, then I can have to create n number of interfaces, correct? Because one interface, one lambda, if you want to write, only that interface should have only one abstract method. You can create n number of interfaces. The number of interfaces will become more. That is a disadvantage. But Java has provided one new package called java.util.functions. Okay, if you go to the decompiler, I hope the new guys know the decompiler, right? Harish and Atul, do you know what is a decompiler?
No, Karthik, I'm not aware.
So whenever you are, whenever you write a Java program, in order to execute, what do we do first? We'll compile the program, right? So whenever you compile the program, what happens? Java file will be converted into a class file. So if you open the class file, can you understand what is the code?
No, we can't.
We cannot understand, right? Similarly, whenever you download the Java, so we have different classes in Java, right? Like object class, exception, thread, collection, array list, hash map, all these are the classes. So where the source code is present for all of these classes? So whenever we install the Java version you will be installing, right? Whether 8 version.
We can see.
Yeah. So whenever you go to the program file, there is a folder called Java.
Yeah.
Under Java, we have a JDK, whichever you install it.
Yes.
Go to the JRE. Under the library folder, there is a jar called rt.jar. See, this rt.jar is the jar file, which will contain the class files. That means it will have the class file of arraylist.java, arraylist.class, list.class, hashmap.class, exception.class, thread.class. All the class files of Java will be present in this rt.jar. If I'm opening directly, I cannot understand, right? So the process of converting the Java file into the class file is called as compilation. Now, if I want to construct the Java code back from the class file, that is called decompilation.
Okay.
So if you just go to the Google and then type Java decompiler, you will get a software. So this is nothing but that Java decompiler software. Don't worry about that. I'll explain how to download this later. So in using this Java decompiler, I can open that rt.jar. Let me open that rt.jar. So I have to go to program files. By default, Java gets downloaded in this location. Go to any of the version. Okay. For time being, you take the Java 8 only, because from Java 9, there is no rt.jar, which we are going to look at little later. Maybe once we start the Java 9. If you look at here, java.lang. Is the character is a class in Java, wrapper class? Are you able to see the code?
Yes.
Similarly, let me open java.util. You know that array list is a class, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, are you able to see the code of array list?
Yes.
How the array list is a class? That means whenever you say class, it should have a public class name, correct? I mean, see, it is. Can I say that this is a constructor?
Yeah, it's a constructor.
Yeah, that means am I able to see the source code now?
Yes, we are able to see the source code.
So in order to see the source code is present in the rt.jar. In order to open this one, we use a decompiler. This decompiler will convert the class file. See, it's a arraylist.class. That means it is not .java file. It's a class file. From the class file, it will construct the source code. In order to do that, we use a decompiler. Hope the new guys understood this one. What is a decompiler?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us look at the what was the problem that we are facing? If we are using a lambda expression, I have to create n number of interfaces. But in that problem is resolved by in Java 8. They created java.util.function. See, under util, are you able to see function package? This has been introduced newly in the Java 8. So in this java.util.function, they have created different interfaces. Now look at here. Consumer is an interface and it's a function interface. That means it will have only one abstract method. So here, whenever you are writing a lambda expression, do you care about the abstract method?
No.
Sorry.
Yes.
Do you care about the method name?
Yes. No, we don't.
Yeah. So we don't care about the method name. That means here, in my scenario here, What is this method? It is taking one argument and it is returning void. Okay. If I want this kind of a functionality, can I use this method in this interface instead of creating that test? Already by default, Java has a consumer interface in which we have one method, abstract method. This is abstract method, which is taking one argument and returning void. Can I say that this is also same? Only the method name is different, right? It is taking one argument and returning void. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Correct. So that means, so whenever I'm writing a lambda, the method name is different here, accept, here display. But whenever you're writing a lambda, do you care about the method name here?
No.
Not needed. Correct. So that means, so now if I want to have the functionality like this, I want to have one interface in which one method should be present, abstract method, which takes an argument but returns nothing. If this is the case, can I create a interface or can I use this consumer interface of Java?
You can directly use the consumer interface.
Earlier, we do not know. We have created it now. Can I use this one now? Since I know.
Yes, yes.
Now
We can.
instead of now, can I see that here instead of test T1, can I see that consumer?
Yes, we can.
Consumer, it is taking a generic. Let me put integer. Correct. Now, whenever you're calling, what is that method? Instead of display, accept. Correct. Now, can I say that this interface is also not needed? Can I delete this interface?
Yes.
So that means, are you creating any new interfaces in your project?
Not created.
You're not creating, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how the functions package will provide the flexibility. Now, so you will have the different kind of, see here, one method is taking one argument and returning nothing. But sometimes you want to take one argument, return some Boolean, correct? That is also one functionality. At that time, can you use this?
No, we can't use that.
So that time, in order to use that, we have predicate. Look at here. Predicate is another function interface. Look at here, you have a method which is taking one argument and returning Boolean. Now in my future, whenever I'm writing in my project, if I want to write a lambda expression for a method which takes a Boolean and returns, which takes an argument and returns a Boolean, then can I use the predicate interface directly instead of creating a new interface?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah. And next, another thing is, sir, here I want to take one argument, but I don't want to return Boolean. I want to return something else. I want to take array list object. I want to return hash map object, or I want to take integer object and return string object. That means take one type of argument and return some different type.
Yes.
So if that is the case, see, there is another interface called function. And see, it is taking one type of argument and returning some different type. If that is the case, can I use this one?
Yes, we can use this function class.
Yeah. Another example would be, sir, I don't want to take any argument, but return something. I don't want to take any argument, but I want to return something. For that purpose, we have a supplier. Supplier is another function interface, which this get method, is it taking anything?
No.
No, it's not taking anything.
But it is returning something. So now in my project, do I need to create any interface?
No need of.
No.
If I want, I can create it. But see, when something is already provided by Java,
Predefined
why do you
interface.
create it? Correct. So this is how
Yes.
the limitation of or the disadvantage of creating number of interfaces have been limited now. So here you might say that, so here this function is taking only one argument, but I have an example saying that that method should take two arguments. Then what should I do? I should go for by function. See, look at here, by function. By function is another interface functional in which, look at here, this abstract method is taking how many arguments?
2 arguments.
2 arguments. Similarly, if you want to take see, predicate is taking one argument. But if you want to take 2 arguments, then I can go for by predicate. Correct? By predicate. Okay. Now again question comes, sir, I want to take 3 arguments but return void. Then there is no try predicate. Okay. So what you can do, the second argument you can make it as a list object, correct? If you keep the number of argument, that is a disadvantage, right? Every time you need to change the signature. But here, second argument, if I'm putting a list, inside this any number of objects I can add it, right?
Yes, we can add.
Yeah, that is how. But only up to 2 arguments, you can use a predicate or by predicate, correct? Now, can I have the by supplier?
Yes, we can have now.
Think about it once before
No,
answering.
we cannot have.
No.
Whether
Yes,
you are
we-
going for a predicate or by predicate, how do you define?
That
Whether it's a
argument is
Argument based on the arguments.
Yeah. Predicate will have one argument. By predicate will have two
Two
arguments.
arguments. Yes, yes.
But what is supplier?
Without anything, any arguments will be there.
Then when you do not have a argument, then you have a supplier. But is it possible to have a by supplier?
No, no, no.
Supplier is something which does not take an argument at all. Then how can you have a two arguments, correct?
Yes, yes.
So in the interview, they might ask you why the by supplier is not present, correct? This will be very interesting, guys. Like someone answered like by supplier is possible. You just think about it sometime, correct? So whether it's a by predicate or by function or by consumer or consumer, it depends on the by method has come based on the number of arguments. Supplier is something which does not have an argument. So there is no possibility of having by supplier. Hope you understand.
Yes,
Any
yes.
questions so far? Okay. Now let's look at here. Predicate is there. Now what does it is returning? Boolean. Okay. Now let us take consumer. Whenever I take consumer, it is not returning anything. Let me take function. When I take function, this R is nothing but a object reference only, right? It is not a primitive. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's a primitive. It is not a primitive. It's an object.
Object type class.
If I want to have a primitive value, then what should I do? Look at here, int consumer or int function. So we have primitive types as well. See here, or else let me go back to the function. Yeah. So in the function, what this object argument, is it a object reference or a primitive?
Object.
Object reference.
It's an object, but I want to take the primitive as a value. If you look at int function, this method is taking what? Int data type, correct?
Yes.
Similarly, you have a double function as well. Look at here, double function. What double function is telling? Double as a primitive, correct? Now in the interview, they might ask you what is a double function. It's a functional interface in which it is similar to, see, double function is same as a function only, yes or no?
Yes.
Only the difference is function will take the object reference, double function will take the primitive value as an object. I mean like argument. Hope you understand, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So whenever you go for an interview, they might ask you directly long supplier. What is the difference between a supplier and long supplier? Can someone?
Supplier companies don't return anything, no? If you
So
want
that means, see,
possibility-
whenever I say long supplier, it is returning object.
Object.
Can I say that it will reply long object?
No.
That means,
Yes.
see here. See,
Yes, it
Yeah.
will return long.
Yes.
so that means if you want to work with the primitives, if you want to work with the object types, then you can go for a predicate, consumer, function, supplier. If you want to work with the primitive types, then this long, int, double, this will come into picture, right?
Yeah.
So that is the difference. You just need to remember that. If you want to work with object references or objects, then predicate, consumer, supplier, and function. If you want to work with the primitives, primitive as a object argument or primitive as a return type, then you have to go for this long supplier and all. Or else directly you can use a supplier. Supplier will return capital long. From the capital long, how to get a small long? I have a like this, long L equal to new long. Can I say that this is a object, long object wrapper class?
Yes.
Now this, can I say that this L is nothing but what is this? Is it an object?
Yes.
It's a long object,
Long
correct?
object. Yes.
So from this long object, I want to get the primitive value. How can I get it?
Parsing.
Dot long value, correct?
Yeah.
So this also you can do it. It depends on your work, whether you use this one or whether you use this one. Both are same. Now if I have an integer I equal to new integer of 20. Now can I say that I is a integer object, correct? From
Yes.
the integer object, I want to get the primitive value. Can I say that int value?
Yes, I dot int value.
Yeah. If you are using a supplier, it will return the object. From that object, you can get the primitive value like this. Or directly you can use a long supplier, int supplier, like that.
Sir, when the int value is a method present inside the particular class.
Yes. Look at here. If you get that out also, go to where that integer class is present.
Java dot lang.
Okay. Now let's go to
Java.
here. Is it a integer class?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's look at int value. See, are you able to see is this a method int value?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Not only int value, long value, float value, double value, all correct. So this is the advantage of decompiler, guys. See, whenever you see here, whenever you have some doubt in your brain, you will Google it immediately. It will it will show you Stack Overflow, some other websites. So some people will provide their own way of explanation, correct? But if you read two particular websites, someone will say something and some other person will say something. You do not know which is correct. Agree?
Yes.
Have you guys faced this kind of a situation where each person will say something and you do not know which one is correct? Yes or no? Have you guys faced something like that?
Yes, yes, we have it.
Then you will say that what textbook I should use, correct? What is the standard textbook? Now,
Yes,
instead of standard textbook and all, can I say that this source code would tell you the right answer?
What is the written type? All those things. It will
Yes. By looking at this, see here, it's a Java code. You are the Java developer, right? Can't you understand this one, Java code? Or else you can look at the documentation, correct? See here, whenever I say consumer, look at this one, accept. See, perform this operation on a given instrument, correct? If you want to look at, then the better way I would say that look at the documentation. See, just do equals method. What does the equals method will do? Look at here. The documentation is provided here. Okay. What does the hash code method will do? Documentation is provided here. See, toString method. Right? So general, if you want to learn core Java or any programming language in a better way, look at the implementation or the source code. That is how I learned. Yeah. Any questions? I see the function interface in case of multiple abstract method. Yes, if the interface is having multiple abstract method, first of all, that is not called as a functional interface. Functional interface is something which has only one abstract method. In case if you have multiple abstract method in an interface, you cannot write a lambda expression for that. If you want to write a lambda expression, the condition is you need to have one abstract method. Hope the one who asked the question, does it clarified? Any questions, guys? Anyone so far? Old guys and new guys, anyone? Any questions, anyone? Harish, Atul, hope you understand. Melvin, Shubham, Vaibhav, Srivalli, hope any questions?
No, sir, got it.
Yeah, thank you. Now let's look at, now it's well and good. We know what is a function interface. We know what is how to write a lambda. We know what are the properties to write a lambda, etc. So we are writing all these are good. Okay. Now one advantage we have seen is you don't need to implement an interface, create an object and call it. Directly you can call it. That is one advantage. Simply you can write. Now what is a major advantage of lambda? Lambda allows functional programming. So this is a statement. If you read any book or anywhere, lambda allows functional programming. Let us look at first of all, what is a programming? What is a functional program? Now, let me write one method here. Whenever I have an add method like this, so I'm just performing the addition of two numbers. I'm just printing it here. Okay, next, in order to call this, so let me, instead of 10 plus 20, let me pass the argument int x comma int y. Int x plus y. Okay, done. Now, if I want to call this method, can I say that I have to create this lambda expression object? Yes or no? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
lg dot add. Then now here, whenever I'm calling this method, what I'm passing?
Two arguments.
Two arguments.
Passing to
Now, and these arguments will be x will store 10, y will store 20. Now, can I say that am I passing the data or not?
Yes.
you are passing the data.
Okay. Instead of this, let me create one more object. Okay. Whenever I'm creating one more object, let me create a class called employee. I'm creating a class called employee. Employee will have the employee name, etc. Correct? Private int emp id, private string emp. By creating a private variables and having the public methods, what does it call?
Encapsulation.
Yeah. What is the advantage of encapsulation, guys?
Data security.
Data security.
Yeah, it will provide the data hiding or data security. Okay. Okay. Now, here I want to take that employee object. Employee E. I just wanted to print instead of add, let me call show method. And can I say that E dot get employee ID plus E dot get employee name. So I did not write not much. So I just created a employee class which has an employee ID and employee name. I just created a set of getters. Okay. Now I am creating a one method called show, and it is taking a employee object. Okay. Now if I want to call the show method, can I say that again same thing? le dot show. Yes or no? First of all, let me, if I want to call this method, I have to pass the employee object. Let me create an employee object. Employee E equal to new employee. E dot set employee ID 123, anything. Employee name equal to some, let me put Karthik. Okay, done. Now, can I say that I have created an employee object in these 3 lines?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, if I want to call the show method, can I say that I can pass E here?
Yes.
Whenever I'm passing E,
Show that it-
now whenever I am passing E, what does it mean? I'm passing the object, but what does the object will contain? It's a data only, correct?
Data 134 data. Yes.
Yeah, that means till now in Java, whether you call any method, whatever you pass it, are you passing the data only?
Yes, we are passing data.
See, you can pass a primitive values or you can pass an object also. But object, what internally it will contain? Data. That means till now, whatever we are doing, we are passing data as a method argument, correct? Yes or no? Can I
Yes.
say that till now, before 1.8, whatever you are doing, can I say that you are passing the data as a method argument?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah. Now let us create one interface. Or else, instead of creating an interface, let me create one void display. Let me take the list interface. Okay, instead of interface, let me create one interface. let me create a test interface. Let me create a public void abstract. Sorry, abstract display. Whoever is not speaking, please go on mute. I'm making this as a function interface. Can someone tell me what is the compilation error in this method?
So return type I have to change abstract and return type.
Yeah, every time whenever you write a return type should be immediately before the method name, correct?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So those are silly mistake, guys. I just wanted to ask you because that is where in the tension in interview you will not be able to answer. You know all of this, but maybe sometimes you may not be able to answer. Right? I'm just asking. Okay, done. Now, so here let me create one void some method name. I'm creating one method name test. Now to this test method, I'm taking the reference as test interface. Sorry, can someone tell me any method name? Anything, any name. Okay, let me take run. I've taken one method called run. So I'm just trying to show you the different arguments here. So in line number 17, I took it as a primitive. In line number 22, I took it as a object. Now in line number 26, what I'm taking? Interface reference. Okay. If I want to call this method, how can I call generally?
By the interface name.
Object dot method.
Interface name and super dot method.
No. I want to see here. If I want to call this method, obviously I need to create LE, correct?
Yeah.
LE dot run, and I have to see. First of all, I have to create a class which implement this interface, and then create an object of that interface and pass it. Correct?
Yes, we need to create an object class for
Now let me create a class. I'm creating a class. Okay. This implements
test,
and then override the abstract method. Okay. Now here, can I say that? Now here, if I want to pass that interface reference, now here, which class is implementing this interface?
A
class. Can I say that? First of all, let me create a equal to, test t equal to new a. Correct? Then I can pass t here, correct?
Yes.
Hope you guys understand. This is how we do it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone, hope you understand this one, what I am doing here.
Yes.
Yes.
So whenever you have an interface reference as a method argument, what you are doing, you need to create a class. That class should implement the interface and create an object and then pass it here. So even whenever you are passing this one, what you are passing? Object. What does the object will contain? Data. So in this scenario also you are doing the data only, right? That means whatever the possibility is that you call the method before 1.8, we are passing the data as a method argument. Are you agree with this statement, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now here, now what does it doing? It is taking a lambda expression. So it's an interface, correct? Now whenever I have an interface, so now from Java 8 onward, do I need to write a class and then implement the interface?
No.
This is a test is what kind of interface? Function interface. When I have a function interface, can I write a lambda for this?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Now let me write a lambda. In order to write a lambda, test some, I'm just taking T3 equal to, directly I can write like this, right?
Yes.
Lambda. Now can I say that this is my lambda?
Yes, this is our lambda.
Okay. Now here, whenever I'm calling this, so that means whenever I see I created an object in order to call this run method, this run method is an instance method present in this class. So I have to create an object. So LE is an object of this class. And then LE dot run. That is good. Now LE dot run. Whenever I say LE dot run, directly can I say pass? Can I say that this one I can pass it or directly? here, whenever you're calling this L1, okay. Whenever you're calling this LE dot add 10, 20, you can create directly, you can pass the value, or can I say that int x equal to 10, int y equal to 20, and then x and y I can pass it here, right? Yes or no? What is the difference between passing a 10, 20 and passing x, y? You're creating a variables and passing the variables, or directly passing the values, correct? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Now here in line number 43, what I'm doing, I have created a lambda, and then I'm passed the lambda. So here, whenever you're creating a lambda here, what does it meaning? Does it contain the data? Does it contain the implementation?
Implementation.
That means what? So that means, can I say that here this is nothing but a functionality, correct?
Yes.
That means in this, so in the test interface, I have one abstract method. What is this abstract method is doing? That is mentioned in this lambda expression, correct? It is not a data. So that means whenever I'm calling line number 44, what am I passing? Am I passing the data or am I passing the functionality?
Functionality.
So now this is one way I can do it. Or can I also do like this? LE.run. I don't want to create if it is a multiple times I'm using, I will create a local variable. If I don't want to create the local variable, directly I can pass this behavior itself, right? Can I do like this?
Yes. Yes.
So that means, what does this mean? So this run method is taking, let's go and see. Run method is taking test interface. What is this test? It's a function interface. So that means for that function interface, you are writing the behavior here. Now, what is this? Is it a data?
No.
It is a functionality, correct?
Yeah.
Now whenever I'm calling this method, am I passing the functionality as a method argument?
Yes.
So passing the
Yes, we are
functionality as a
passing.
method argument is called as functional programming. Yeah. So can we do the functional programming without lambda?
No.
Not possible,
No,
correct?
with that.
So
Not
what
possible.
the main advantage of lambda expression is to allow the functional programming. What is a functional programming? Passing the method functionality as a method argument is called as functional programming. Before 1.8, whenever you call any method, you will pass the data, but you cannot pass the functionality, or you cannot pass the implementation, or you cannot pass some work that you wanted to do. But with the involvement of lambda expression, the method can pass the functionality as a method argument. Here, if you take the run method, what does the run method is doing? Run method is taking a test function interface reference. What the test function interface has? One abstract method called display. What does that display method will do? It will do the system.out.println of lambda. This is the work. But if I want, I can do the addition of two numbers, correct? Now let me create, instead of display, let me add here. Let me make that add and int x comma int y. By looking at this method, can I say that this is the add method which takes two arguments and return int value? Okay. Now, if I want to write the functionality function expression, I would say directly here int x comma y, which are nothing but arguments. I want to execute more than one line of statement. Then what I will do? Int z equal to x plus y. Okay, return z. Now, can I say that this is the now here I have to put another bracket. Now here, whenever, okay, instead of let's comment these 3 lines because it's a variable declaration, so it is doing the compilation. Now here, so what am I doing here? Am I writing the functionality, some logic, correct? Is it a data?
No.
It's a logic, correct?
It's a logic here.
So here, that is nothing but I'm passing the functionality as a method argument. See here, from here to here, it's a lambda expression. That lambda expression you are passing as a method argument, correct, to this run method. So this is the advantage of writing the lambda expression. Lambda expression or lambda programming will allow the functional programming. Lambda enables the functional programming. What is meant by the functional programming? In the interview, they might ask you what is a functional programming. you have to tell that passing the functionality as a method argument is nothing but a functional programming. Before 1.8 in Java, everything will be accessed through every method will take the data as an argument. But from 1.8, whenever the method has a interface reference, that interface in the place of interface reference, you can write a lambda. Whenever you're writing a lambda, I'm writing the implementation. That implementation I'm passing as a parameter. Hence, it is called as functional programming. If you go to the look at the notes, I have written. See here, I mentioned like how to write a lambda expression as well. Look at advantage of lambda is it enables the functional programming. Functional programming means sending the functionality as a method argument. We can replace the anonymous inner class with lambda expression as well. This we will look at later. But this is the main advantage of why we are using the lambda expression. Hope you guys you understand.
Yes,
Any questions?
yes,
Another example for the another advantage of lambda expression is whenever you want to create a thread, how do you do?
Implement runnable interface, runnable or
Thread class or implement runnable interface.
Let me create a class. Example 4. If I want to make it as a thread, what I will do?
you need to implement runnable interface or
Implement runnable. Okay. And then override the run method. This is how you will do it, right? And then create an
But
object in the
but if we are going to use lambda, we no need to implement.
Yes, that is what advantage. So here, for example, if I am using the anonymous inner class, okay, what I will do? Thread t equal to new thread. Sorry. So this is, can I say that this is also a way of creating a thread? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 So what does it mean here? You are not creating directly implementing a runnable interface and all, nothing. In one main method, what you're doing, thread t equal to new thread. Can I say that this is an anonymous inner class?
Yes.
Yeah, runnable is anonymous.
So here, that means, see here, let's see what, can I say that in line number 7, thread t equal to new thread means, can I say that you are calling a constructor of a thread? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And you are, and what you're doing, you are passing an object, correct? Now
Hmm.
let's look at the thread class. What is the package in which thread class is present?
Java.util.
Guys, it's a basic core Java, guys. Where the java.lang, right? Thread class. Yeah, if you go to thread, go to the constructor. Here, see here, is this a constructor that I'm calling now?
Yes.
Look at here. This does not have any argument, but here I'm passing one argument. This is not correct.
Second one.
And can I say that this is the constructor I'm calling?
Yes.
Yes.
What this constructor is taking? Runnable instance. What is runnable?
Interface.
Okay. That means whenever I want to call this one, I have to create a class which is implementing a runnable interface and provide the object, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So now here, by calling this new runnable, can I say that I'm creating an object? This is an anonymous inner class, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if I want to represent, if I want to see here, if I want to call this one, can I say directly I can write, see for this runnable, runnable is what? It's also a function interface. Look at here. It has one abstract method called run. Is it a function interface, runnable?
Yes.
Whenever it is a function interface, can I write a lambda for this?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Can
this
write.
much big code, can I write like this? Thread t1 equal to new thread. So now in this brackets, can I say that I have to write a lambda expression?
Yes.
No.
Now, whenever for which interface I am writing a lambda expression? Runnable. So does it take any argument?
No.
No.
If you are getting confused, the way you need to write a lambda expression is nothing but what is a method? You copy this method completely, put it in this one, and put the open bracket inside this itself. Put the open bracket and close bracket. Okay. Now, okay.
Hello. Hello.
Just wait. Wait. Let me complete and then you can talk. Okay. So generally, what do you think? This is how you will write a method. But for lambda expression, I don't need to write a method name. I don't need to write a return type. Remove it. Done. Now, between the arguments and the implementation, does the run method takes any argument? No, I don't need to provide anything, correct? And I need to provide the implementation. Between the implementation, can you see that this arrow mark is out? Calling run method. Put the semicolon. Now, can I say that this entire code will be replaced with this one? Yes or no?
Yes.
That means, can I say that this anonymous inner class is replaced by the lambda expression? Now here, this is our single statement. Do I need to put the curly brace? Not required.
No.
Remove this. So can I say that whatever you are doing here, creating an object and overriding the run method, this is replaced with a lambda expression, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
That means lambda expression, the second advantage of lambda expression is that you can replace the anonymous inner class with a lambda expression. So here line number 7 to line number 14, this whatever the highlighted in the blue color, this is the anonymous inner class that can be replaced with a lambda expression. So this is the second advantage of lambda expression. The first advantage is functional programming. Lambda allows functional programming. The second advantage is you can override the anonymous inner class with a lambda expression. Hope you guys understand this one. Any questions, anyone? Does anyone have any question? Yeah. If no questions, I hope something you learned newly, guys, with the lambda expression.
Yes.
Yes, we learned.
Yeah. So the rest of the topics also will be taught in the same way. Even for now, we completed this. We know lambda, we know function interface. Then we are going to learn about the different things like stream API, collection API. Whenever I'm teaching. Guys, are you able to see me? See my screen?
Yeah, we can see, but we are unable to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
suddenly it got blank. So now also I can see. Yeah, thanks. So the thing is, so the next topics would be like collection enhancements are there. In the collection interface, there are some new methods have been added. We are going to look at those for each method, for each ordered. And then in the stream, there are many methods: filter, map, reduce, flat map, short circuit operations, intermediate operation, ternary operations, time API, like local date, local time, and then optional class. So all of these things we are going to look see through the programming itself. The way I can explain, I have taught here, the same way I will explain the rest of the topics as well. Not only 8, 9, 11, and whatever the course I teach, even data structure, design pattern, everything. Okay. So today is the last demo class, guys. So if you are interested for this course, I know some of you have enrolled it. And if whoever wants to enroll it, please look at the email from the Ashok IT and do the enrollment.
So one last question, like functional programming means we thought we'll be having functions instead of class. Is it that passing function as an argument is functional programming?
Yes. So in Java with a lambda, it will enable the functional programming means in Java, we call the functions as a method. Okay. In C language, we call it as a function, but in Java, we call the function as a method. So we pass the functionality as a method argument that is referred as a functional program in Java. Hope your doubt is clarified.
Karthik, a request. Can you please once again repeat the second advantage of lambda? Means no need to repeat the concept, just the line can override anonymous.
Inner class.
Okay.
Inner. So see here, can I say that this is an inner class?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the question comes, what is anonymous, correct?
Yes.
Now here, generally, whenever I create an object, so here, T thread, now let me create an object, example 4. For T4 equal T2 equal to new example. Okay. Can someone tell me the difference between these two, line number 6 and 7? What is the difference between these two lines?
Yeah,
There is
not
the block
storing
in the-
reference.
One person at a time, please.
Yeah, we are not storing reference, means saving reference.
Okay.
Whereas
What will happen because of that?
we'll not have access to the object.
Okay. Object is created, right? Whenever you have the new keyword, object is created, right? You have an
Yes.
object, but
Yes.
what is the main difference?
So we can access the object.
We are not storing the object reference, so that's why we won't be able to access the second one.
It means, do you agree that in both the scenarios you will call the object, you will create an object in the heap area?
Yes, object is created, but we may not access the methods because we don't have
No,
reference.
it is nothing. You can, on top of this, you can call it. Here in this method, let me call display. Void display. This is a method, correct? Now, how can I call this method? Dot display.
Yes.
Am I able to call?
Yes, later if I want to use after this line.
Okay, fine. Let's. So line number 9 and 10, both meant by, both is nothing but object creation, correct? So
Yes.
separate memory gets created for see, for this one. So in line number 9, that object is referred by the T2 variable, correct? Like this. Line number 10, you're creating an object, but does that have any reference variable?
No.
Sorry,
No.
Karthik, to interrupt you. Can you please remove this blank screen? Actually, we are
Blank screen is there, Karthik. You're not
Your
able
chart
to
box
see
is displaying. Remove.
Okay, is it gone now?
No,
No, sir.
It's there.
Is it gone now?
No.
No, not yet.
Still it's there.
I still can't see, guys. I have hidden everything. Might be some issue, maybe some technical issue or something. We'll get resolve it. But are you able to see the screen now? Complete program.
No, sir.
No,
Blank.
no.
Let me stop sharing it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're able to see now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Might be some in middle, suddenly the blank screen has come, right? Might be that is the issue. So here line number 9, I'm creating an object and referring it to T2. So this is T2. Okay. Now, whenever in line number 10, I'm just creating new example 4. That means here also for example 4 class, I might have one string variable, one int variable. All of those memory gets allocated. But is it referring to any variable, reference variable? No. So what happens after this statement immediately? Whenever the JVM executes this line number 10, it is well and good. It creates an object. When it goes to the next line number 12. So this becomes unreferenced object, correct?
Yes.
Unreferenced object is nothing, but none of the variable is referring to this one. Does it T2 becomes an unreferenced object? No, because it is referring currently. So can I say that this becomes an unreferenced object? And then later, whenever the garbage collection runs, this memory for this will be deleted. Correct? But for T2, does the memory get deleted?
No.
No.
But if I am in line number 11, if I am doing T2 equal to null, can I say that memory will be deleted now for T2?
Yes. Yes.
Whenever I say T2 equal to null, this reference will be gone. So this object will also become anonymous. Like unreferenced object. correct? So whenever you create a object without providing any reference variable, so those are called anonymous objects. Why those are called anonymous object is, whenever the JVM executes in this line number, it will create a object. Okay, and immediately after completion of that, this object will be eligible for garbage collection. It is not referring to anything else. Any reference variable is also not there. Hence, it is called anonymous object. Can I say that here in this, whenever I am calling the thread object, here till this line, are you creating a anonymous object?
No.
You're creating a new, right? New means you're creating an object only, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And see here, whenever you're implementing a interface, you need to override the abstract method, correct?
Yes, sir.
A new runnable means for runnable interface, you are creating an instance. So then you need to override the run method, right? So this, whatever I have highlighted in the blue, this is nothing but a anonymous inner class. It's an inner class, but why it is called anonymous? It is not referring to any variable. Hence, this is called as anonymous inner class. So using the lambda expression, what you can do, this anonymous inner class, you can replace with a lambda expression. So look at the thread class. Look at the thread class. In the thread class, I have this one, public thread runnable. Now, if I want to create an object of this thread class, I need to call this constructor. In this constructor, what should I pass? Runnable instance. Runnable is a functional interface. Now, whenever I have a functional interface, can I write a lambda for that? Yes.
Yes.
This is the lambda for function interface. How can I say that? Function interface here, runnable is a function interface. Does it take any argument? No. What is the implementation I want to write? For time being, I'm just writing system.out.println. But if you want to write any 10 lines of code, can you write? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes, we can write.
Can I say that this is a lambda expression?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that anonymous inner class is replaced with a lambda expression, correct here? So entire thing is replaced with a lambda expression. This is another advantage of lambda expression. Hope the one who asked the question, does it understood?
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Like inside thread in line number 23, is it creating new object for the interface? New
No,
thread?
yeah. Automatically internally the object will be created, yes. Though you are not creating, internally JVM will create it.
Okay.
The execution will be same, however you are accessing the same thing. Only it is a simplification. They are hiding the internal details. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? Yeah, if no questions, guys, in the further classes, we are going to discuss about the streams, collection interfaces, etc. So the teaching, I can promise that the teaching would be in the same programmatic way, and I'll make sure that 99% your questions will be answered. And even if you have any questions which you are getting out of this class, maybe whenever you're practicing or whenever you're attending interview, you can put that question in the Telegram group. So today is the last demo class. If you are interested, please follow the instructions that you have received on your email from the Ashok AT and enroll for the course. For all the enrolled students, from tomorrow onwards, the new Zoom link will be provided and the new Telegram group will be provided. Once you join the Telegram group, if you have any questions, you can put it over there. I can share the notes as well. You can refer the notes. And then all the program that we have written in the class will be also be shared. And the recordings also will be shared to you guys separately.
One request. Can we change the timing to 8 to 9 or 9:30 like this?
I have another class at in the morning from 7 to 8:30. I have a data structures class. So data structures in the algorithms I am teaching. So I have a class already that is running.
Because we have office timings. That's why I'm telling you.
Yes, that is right. Even I am also a working professional, but I already have a data structure class that is going on, which already started 1.5 months back. So I cannot interrupt that one, right? Yeah. So what you can do is you can listen to if you really interested in learning this one, or would like to
You
join,
can have
since we are providing the free videos, you can listen to the videos, and
videos.
Saturday or Sunday, you can ask me the question, or even through the Telegram, you can ask the question if you have anything.
Yes, that will be fine. Yes. Even I am working employee.
Yeah, that is what you can listen to the, see, even the video also will be the same, like, see, whenever you even listening to the video, you can feel that I'm specifically asking your name and then resolving your question, correct? Even if you want to fast forward it, you can forward it, correct? So if you are interested that, you can do, because I am already occupied. I do not have the time to move ahead of the time. Okay, you can enroll for that, and Saturday, Sunday, or sometimes we may have the class for longer time, or even the weekend. If you say that in the weekend we'll have the class in the morning hours, that we can do it. Weekend we have the flexibility to move it. Okay, that time we can do it.
Is every weekend we have class?
Not every weekend. Some Saturdays will be there. Some Saturdays. Sunday we don't put a class. If there is a due to some what you call some emergency or some my office schedule or something, then I might cancel the class for a day, and then immediately that Saturday or Sunday will be kept the class, and I am going to inform you ahead of the time. Not every weekend, some weekends. And doubt at the end of the course also we'll be going through all the interview questions again. After completion of Java 8, we'll look at all the Java 8 interview questions, and then we'll complete Java 8, and then we'll move on to the Java 9. Does anyone has any other questions?
Sir, that function. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
The decompiler functional interface, these are creating the abstract functions, but the abstract keyword is not mentioned there. Public abstracts directly.
The interface is something.
And function.
Yeah, that is what. Interface is something which contains abstract methods, right? You don't need to mention the keyword. That is a core Java topic. In the if you are creating an abstract class, you need to provide the abstract keyword. But in the interface, if you are writing abstract method, by default, you don't need to provide. Automatically compiler will understand.
Yes, sir. But the user-defined interfunctional interface you have created, you mentioned abstract keyword there. So
even if you mention is also not a problem. If you don't want to mention, no problem. Even if you mention, not a problem.
Okay.
That extra feasibility, yes. Yeah. Okay. If you want, you can mention. If you don't want, you cannot mention.
Okay. Okay. Done.
Yeah. So, any other questions, guys? Anyone on the course content, timing, anything? Okay. So, if no questions, today will be the last day for the demo. If you are interested, please join as soon as possible, so that you will get a new Zoom link. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll continue with a new Zoom link. Thank you. No question. That's all for today, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you.